think we need to have a lot more wraparound services for our teenagers, excuse me, and in the foster homes, providing those foster parents with more supportive services, therapeutically intense therapeutic services, trauma-based therapy services, and also providing them with some more normalcy. Because a lot of times I hear from the kids when I talk to them, it's, they feel kind of trapped, like they can't go do things. And I think as heightened monitoring continues, normalcy activities have started to decrease. Foster parents are less willing to let them go hang out with their friends, because if they go hang out with their friends and then something happens, then they're in trouble, right? And then the CPA's, in trouble. And then there's kind of that trickle down effect. And I really think if we start recognize that we have to have heightened monitoring and all that's going to happen and it's going to be appropriate, but we have to let these kids live their lives and we have to let them do a little bit more. And then maybe we can get them to be more receptive to the services that the agency's offering. And I'm talking about, we have kids like, I just want to get a job. And the foster parent's like, no, I can't let you work because I'm not watching you at that time. And those kids tend to start acting out, or they start running away, and and that's all kind of a trickle down effect. And then that's we already have a very limited amount of placements to put teenagers, and then when we start restricting them so much, we're eliminating our ability to have kids in home family-like settings.
We have got to figure out more common sense regulation. We are inundated with both minimum standards and contract requirements that seemingly are beginning to make it harder for families to even make it through a process to become licensed. And so in order to, make sure that we can retain the ones that we recruit, we need to do better with how we regulate foster homes. They are not facilities, they are family homes. And that has been that's been a real struggle.
Well, I think we can work together a little bit better to make things easier for everybody. I think there needs to be more funding or more programs that address child abuse as a preventative measure. We need to find a way of preventing it. The parenting classes, maybe we should find funding for all these parenting classes so the parents don't have to pay. It's a free class, they can go and attend it and get some tips on how to avoid the stress involved in raising children before it becomes child abuse.
I think it's imperative that we work together because the industry is evolving daily and there's new rules daily. I do believe that the programs or the organizations that are taking care of children, and along with the organization that is TDFPS and whoever's making up the rules, have to work together in order for us to conform to the new standards.
Even though it's just 30 to maybe 55, 60 kids, that those 55 kids or 60 kids are so important to the makeup of our community that they kind of hear what's not being said, that we care, that we're willing to be part of the solution, we're willing to come to the table and talk about it, and hopefully the people that are in charge of developing policy and procedure, that are in charge of making the laws and rendering the court decisions, that they will actually listen to the people who are doing the work and implement some of the things that we are highlighting for them today in a way that's meaningful for the children of the state of Texas.